Good morning from my forest. I wanted to talk to you about the okra. A few of y'all have asked, especially Pia, what kind of okra and everything, and I have forgotten to check because I planted 3 different varieties, new varieties for me. And there's 3. There's Perkins, which is right here, Burgundy, which is the red, and then Emerald, and it's down there, and it's not emerald. Well, I guess it is. Emerald is green. But anyway, it's not the color emerald. I was going to tell y'all that I like the emerald better, and I do like the shape of the emerald better. This is it. This is the emerald, and this is, I'll cut the tip off checking it. Let me get a better one. This is the Perkins. Anyway, I was going to tell you I like the emerald better because I do like the shape of it better. But I'm going to tell you this. The one that makes the best, and I've cut everything, and it's been probably 5 days, but I even cut like these little ones off because, well, maybe not quite that little, because I wanted to not have to pick in a couple of days. But I want you to look at this plant. It makes so many okra that I really think I'm gonna like the Perkins better because it makes so much. And look, it's still fairly tender and it's pretty big. I wasn't liking it because it's so big around, but you know, I can deal with that because I would have to plant so fewer plants to get this. And I have these gloves on because okra makes me itch, and I don't have my long sleeves on, and you can see right here I'm already whelping up from it touching me. But anyway, I really like this okra. Let me just stay right here, Tommy, because you won't be able to see. I'm gonna pick. Well, if you come down here, you might be able to see. We're growing a crop of weeds too in here, you know. This is the Burgundy, and somebody had made the comment that I need to make sure I pick it small, which it was when I was calling it Crimson. This is actually Burgundy, but look, well, this one's a little tough. It's really growing fast. It's very hot here, and okra likes hot weather. But see, even this size, it's tender. So I do like this okra, but it does not produce as much okra as the Perkins. And I need to look that name up. I feel like I'm almost saying it wrong, but I think that's what it is. It's Perkins. So anyway, I like this okra. I think it's pretty, but to get my volume that I'd like to have, I think I want to stay with the Perkins. So, but see, I even pick them this small because I do a pickled okra. I do it to where I put it up in jars, and also I need to do a recipe of it. If you've heard of refrigerator pickles, it's very similar, but you boil your okra and you put it in the vinegar and the water and the sugar and salt. So anyway, I'll do this. I think the boys eat it. Tommy don't eat it. It's real slimy, but I really like it. So anyway, but I just want to share with y'all my okra because, you know, I have forgotten the name of it, and we've been really busy and everything, but I'm having a hard time keeping up with it, and I'm going to do a better job. I don't know if that one's good or not. I'll check it inside with a knife. Of keeping it picked. So anyway,
update them on your mom.
I want to let y'all know about Mama. She's had some bad days, and I still haven't figured that out. They did a CAT scan on her yesterday because I was so worried about her with her mental state and everything. So they did a CAT scan yesterday. Haven't gotten the results of that. But good news is Tommy and I went up there yesterday afternoon, and it was like my mama was there. You know, she was all the way there. Her mental, and she had only had a couple hour nap. So I'm just not sure what's going on. I'm anxious to get the results of the CAT scan. We thought maybe she's having little mini strokes or something that would affect her mind like that. Or, I don't know. I'm going to go over the medicine list again today, make sure when she's getting what. I can't put my finger on what's going on with her. But anyway, I appreciate y'all's thoughts and your prayers about Mama. I really do.
The reason we were so confused is because her symptoms are all very similar to what happens when she has a bad UTI. But Patty went to the hospital to check the actual results, to read the actual results of the most recent culture, and it was clear.
Well, but it could have been clear because she had previously been on antibiotics,
right,
and it may not have grown out anything in the culture. But she's been on antibiotics, that IV antibiotics, strong antibiotics that should have treated that.
Right.
So, you know, there was no rhyme for reason why she's still having the confusion and everything, and the diminished mental capacity is the way they put it.
Right.
But anyway, but yesterday evening,
she was crystal clear.
I mean, you'd have said I was crazy thinking Mama needed a CAT scan if you'd have seen how good she was yesterday evening. So anyway, I pray I find the same thing this morning. So. And
that changed within a matter of hours.
Because about 3 hours. I came home and rested a little while, and then we went back up there for 6, 7 o'clock, and she was just a totally different person. So anyway, I'm hoping that continues. You know, I just praise God for it. I don't have to know the reason, but you know, it does make me curious to what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Which little mini strokes would make sense because you know those things get better.
Yeah,
and
they get better.
Yesterday she was as sharp as she's been in a while,
yeah.
And she had to reach for some words. She had trouble thinking of some words, but the difference was she found them. Yeah. You know, she was able to come up with what she was looking for. She's 94, Tammy. She's 94 years old, right?
Well, in August, she'll be 94.
94 or 95?
She'll be 94.
Yeah, because she was born the same year as my dad, 1923. Yeah, so she'll be 94 in August.
Yeah, so.
All right, let me check the comments right quick. We never do a good job of checking comments anymore. So, Kelly, good morning. Good morning, Carol. Hey, Mountain Mama. Mountain Mama says the garden looks good. Mountain Mama, that's because we're all zoomed in nice and close.
Thank you, but
yeah, because it has been a doozy. But you know what? I'm gonna back up and show you.
Yeah,
because our motto is where life on the farm just got real. So I'm gonna show you what's been real for us due to weather, Patty's mom, me being out of town 5 weeks in a row. You want to say something, Pat?
Yeah, I was just throwing the 2 heart of okra over to the chickens. Yeah, what's so funny is that, you know, I don't remember our garden ever looking this bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we get grass in our garden. I ain't gonna lie, we do. But I've never had, this is a weed.
Yeah, look, they can't see that yet. All right, okay. So they're saying the garden looks great.
This is a weed.
This is a weed.
Okay, this is a weed.
And it's 7 feet tall.
Or at least. But look, we've never had a garden that looked this bad. And like I said, we've had grass. You know, we're not the kind that you just, you know, don't see us.
Even though we really wanted to this year.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say. What's the funniest thing about our garden looking so bad and being so full of grass is that we had these beautiful plans. We need to do a before and after of how we were going to do our garden. And we mulched and everything. We were going to have a picturesque garden.
Yeah.
And we have grown food. Don't get me wrong. I've been pleased.
A lot.
We've grown a lot. I've put food up. I've sold food. So we've done good with that. But we have grown a huge crop of weeds and grass too. But that's what I just think that's kind of comical because we had these big plans.
Yeah.
It was going to be so nice. We were going to stay on top of it. Blah 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 blah. And life got real.
The best laid plans of mice and men.
Yeah. So you know, so it just is what it is. And this happens sometimes. But you know what? I praise God that we were able to harvest some food from the garden. And you know, when I was walking out here, I saw a plant in one of my boxes that had some kind of pepper. I don't even remember what kind of pepper it was because it's been so long since I've even fooled with them. I thought, oh, it lived, and I have a pepper. I've got to go look up what kind of pepper. And then I thought, oh, that's right. There's eggplant in that box. And so I started looking, and I could see an eggplant plant in amongst the weeds. You know, so anyway. it's
you know what it means when you have a whole bunch of weeds? You got a fertile garden.
That's right. We got a fertile garden.
So that's a weed.
So,
yeah, that's right, Tara. It's still producing. All of these are weeds.
Yeah, y'all.
Look.
This is my peas. I've picked no peas this year. I'm gonna, if I have time, I'm gonna walk through here. I should have peas that I could pick, but where they're at, I'm gonna have to dig. That tall stuff, there is peas grown up all on the top of that tall stuff. I did not know peas would just keep climbing. And in my okra, I'll never do that again. I planted peas around my okra. I have peas that's climbing up to the top of the okra. It shouldn't. I didn't think it would do that, and it did.
So yeah, Mountain Mama, we know that there's some weeds you can eat.
Yeah, but I'd be scared to. Oh, I don't know.
But they all grown together. So I'm gonna. All right, say bye, Patty.
See y'all later.
All right, I'm gonna walk and just kind of show you the truth. We could all zoom in real good, but look at all this, y'all. That's all weeds. Look at all that down in between the.
Hey, but you
the snap beans.
You could weed eat some of this though.
Yeah, I can weed eat some of it. So all up along this fence, there's the cherry tomato rows. My goodness, right there, just till you see those, that post right there is the last tomato row, and then the next row to the left is where the squash used to be, and the next row to the left is where the potatoes used to be. And look, I can't even reach over these weeds to show you inside the garden. These weeds right here are like 9 feet tall. And the old alderman peas, which we did get to, Patty did pick a whole bunch of those, so we'll have a little bit better crop next year. Look at her boxes. The nasturtiums are still growing. Hey, Dottie. Hey, Dottie. What you doing, Dottie? Hey, Dottie. Hey, Dottie. Hey, Blue. Hey, Blue. So the horseradish actually has come out of the fence, underneath the fence, so our horseradish is expanding. This is where we had this nice little mulch pile with a couple of blueberry bushes. There's one blueberry bush. This is not a blueberry bush. We got another blueberry bush over here somewhere. Here it is. But you know what? It is what it is. Patty's Japanese long cucumbers looked good. Grew well. The boxes are just overcome. You know, her little flower garden just overcome. Our comfrey plant that we got from Old Alabama Gardener is doing well. We planted it right here in this little shady area, and it's growing by leaps and bounds, so that's good. Our grapevines, let's see, that was some kind of melon. Patty, it looks like that melon vine has died. I know, every one of them too. Wonder what happened about that. I don't know. But the grapes are looking good. Grapes are climbing all the way up on top in our Daddy Curbs inspired grape arbor. I wonder if is that a grape or is that a morning glory? I'm not sure, but that's a grape. It's climbing all the way over the top, so that's good. So anyway, it's what's real, folks. Life on the farm just got real, and sometimes circumstances conspire against you, you know, and ain't no sense in hiding from it. I wish I could, well, we did, you know, selective camera editing when I was showing that close-up of Patty over there. You really couldn't tell what was going on, but if there was a market for weeds, for grass, we'd be rolling in the dough. So let me go back and check these comments right quick, and then see what we can do. Tara wants to know, she's got white specks all over her tomatoes. Is that aphids? Well, aphids are bugs, so if they're moving, Patty thinks maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, we don't know. We'd have to see a picture. If you could take a picture and send it to us on our Friends of AldermanFarms Facebook group. What, baby? Yeah, we still might not know, or post it on our Alderman Farms Facebook page. Yeah, Debbie, we have. We've had a ton of rain. Tammy C would like you to do a video recipe on fried okra. Yep, Mount Mama, it's been hot here. Actually, it's pretty pleasant, especially in the shade right now. Let's see here. It is like a treasure hunt, Lemonade Farm. Bye, Mountain Mama. Thanks for joining us. Well, Lemonade Farm, we're going to let them have it. Certainly, when we move out of here, out of the garden, we're going to let the goats come in and clean it up for us. Yeah, but you know, Becky Doyle, it would be a job if we planned to reclaim it right now, but we're not. We're just going to keep going like we're going. We just don't have time. My job's keeping me tied up. Taking care of Patty's mom is keeping her tied up. So you know what? It is what it is, and no big deal. You know, also you got to understand, this is not how we make our living. I've got a real job, and it would be different if this was how we made our living. We wouldn't. Well, I meant to say, yeah, a paying job. Patty said, did you say a real job? I meant a paying job, a full-time job off the farm. And so if this is how we made a living, then you'd have to do what you had to do, right? But the flip side of that is, if this is how we made our living, I wouldn't have been gone Monday through Friday the last 5 weeks, right? I would have been here. And so it kind of goes. Yeah, Crystal, we're very familiar with Paul's methods of back to Eden gardening. I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't work as well in our climate. Because, well, just because we fiddled with it. I believe in it, but I think it has to have some serious modifications with the humidity and the heat and what all that we have down here in the south. It can invite. Do what, Pat? What about it? Yeah. Yeah, our soil is very, very clay-like, and so the water holds way too much. And all right, we've had several people seconding they want to see about how you put up okra for frying and a recipe for frying okra and all that. So anyway, I believe Paul is right about, in general, about the covering, but so I don't want to, let me back up. It's not his method that's so much of a problem. It's the wood chips that cause a problem down here sometime. Danny King over at Deep South Homestead agrees. Same thing. So, but yeah, I certainly agree with the principles that he espouses, talking about using a covering, because that's the way God does it. You can walk out, you know, as dry as it gets here, sometimes you can walk out in the woods in the midst of a drought and scrape back leaves and whatnot and find moist soil. So that's the way God intended it. And so, yeah, we agree completely with all of his principles, which is why we've started using leaves and covering and things like that. But I think it's the wood chips really that kind of you can run into trouble in our climate with that. All right, so we got some goats to milk, and we'll go ahead and sign off. But it's been so long since we did a little impromptu live, and Patty really had on her mind to talk to you about the okra, because so many of you have been asking, especially Pia, and she ain't here. What up with that, Pia? Where are you? Yeah, she'll see it in a little bit. So yeah, Becky, I'm sure similar issues down in Florida, but it obviously works where Paul is at using those wood chips, because it's amazing what he's done. So thank you guys again for joining us, and we will try our best to. Hey, Amanda's. Yeah, it's nice and cool right now, especially in the shade. Patty's thinking I ain't in the shade and it ain't real cool. But we got to go milk some goats and get a whole bunch of stuff done, and then go check on Patty's mom. What, baby? I'm going pea hunting. Oh, Patty says she's going pea hunting. She's hunting peas right now in that twisted forest over there. So thank y'all. We appreciate you very, very much. See you next time.